back to the channel. We are here getting ready to finish up the 2024 Summer Slam WWE Elite Series. There's only one figure left before we do the Build-A-Figure, and we finally have our referee, John Cone, to add to the collection. But this figure we got today was the one I was most excited about when it comes to the SummerSlam series. They're all fantastic figures. However, this one is one that I really wanted because I only had one version of him and I don't necessarily like that one. But let's get him out and see what we're talking about. Talking about Lex Luger. And this is the red, white, and blue, like the look like he comes straight off the American Gladiator show type Lex Luger. This is what I wanted. What I had has been on the channel. Nope, can't get to him without knocking something over. I got the NWO Wolfpack Luger from the Legends series. We got that a while back. When we first started the channel, really. We got it at Bargain Hunt for like $4 or $5. So it's an okay figure, but I wanted a representation of Lex Luger like this. And this is going to be more of WWE or WWF Lex Luger, and that's what I really wanted. WCW Luger was fine. I know in the Monday Night Wars they did the Build-A-Figure. That was of his debut. They did a lot of that, especially in the first two series. The guys that debuted in WCW, like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, got what they were wearing when they first showed up. They did the same with Luger and that white shirt and stuff. But I didn't want that. Like, I want a Lex Luger that, when I think about Lex Luger, this is what I think of. So I'm glad I got this. You know what? I would like to have, I wish they'd do this in an Ultimate Edition. I would have been even happier, but that's okay. We've got it now. I'm ready to go ahead and get into this, because this is the last one we need to open to do this Build-A-Figure as well. So that video will be coming up next. Let's get over to the stage. Let's check out Lex Luger. All right, we've got Lex Luger up here on our stage. This is the one that I was the most hyped about when this series was announced. Honestly, the only reason I wanted to complete the series was to go ahead and do the referee. Luckily, I was not looking forward to the rest of them, because I would have had some disappointment, a little more so than what we already had. But luckily, this was the main one on my radar. When I saw this was coming, I was like, I need that. I need an actual Lex Luger, not an NWO Lex. So I've got the NWO Wolfpack Lex. That's not what I want when I looking for a Lex Luger figure. I'm wanting this right here. So I am very happy to have this one to add to the collection. Let's get into it. The front, we got the portrait. We're not gonna waste time going through all this. We've been through this. Got the portrait on the side. On the back, as you can see, this time we're getting John Cone's legs. So I'll read this. From Chicago, Illinois, height 6'6", weight 275. His finisher was the torture rack. The Lex Express pulled up to SummerSlam 1993, ready for the All-American to take on the unstoppable Yokozuna for the WWE Championship. His career highlights: WCW World Champion, WCW United States Champion, and WCW World Tag Team Champion. And we've seen the rest of the figures in this particular series, so we're not going to go through that. Let's go ahead and let's get into Lex. I'm ready for this one. I've been hyped for this one. I'm ready to do this. So while I'm getting that unboxed, do yourselves a favor so you don't miss out on any content. Go ahead and hit the like button since you're down there, and go ahead and subscribe and turn on those notification bells, and I'll have this guy out of the box here in just a second. All right, we've got Lex Luger out of the box, looking jacked, just like he always did. This with all the red, white, and blue gear. This is the Lex Luger I really wanted. I was really, like I said, really happy when they announced this one. So I'm glad to be adding this version of Lex to the collection. So as far as accessories go, he came with the weapon holder hands. Got one for each hand. So we won't waste time going through both of those. That's all they got on accessories. So just maneuvering him as he came out of the box. At first it seemed like some stuff was a little bit loose, but I've maneuvered him a little bit more and it's not too bad. So I've got him posed and flexing. But here's the face sculpt. There's the hair sculpt there. It's not bad at all. I love all the details. So this elbow pad here, actually I think it covers part of the bicep, and I guess it's supposed to. It's molded to it pretty good, but it is an elbow pad. It's kind of strange. But anywho, we've got that elbow pad, which is really nice. Then we got this piece covering the red, white, and blue striped trunks. We got knee pads, red, white, and blue all over. And then we got these little things here that I think they're supposed to be at the top of the boots, not up there. I'm not 100% sure. I have to check that. But anyways, they're there. Got those pieces. Got the white boots. There's the backs of the knee pads. It's really nice. Looks good. We can also do we don't have the head sculpt for it, but we can do that flex pose as well, which he was also quite fond of doing. Your wrist is in the wrong spot. Stop it. Really? Extra tight joint on that wrist, but there we go. I don't have a good face sculpt for him making that pose, but that is don't disappoint me. So really cool. Again, we've got the double jointed elbows, no pins, double jointed knees, pins. We have ab crunch. It is pretty good. Seem like they've been getting the ab crunch a little bit better on these newer figures. All the other basic articulation that we're used to. We do get the boot cut. Yes, we do got boot cut on there. Hip swivel, all of that. So, and all the joints on it do feel good. So I don't have anything overly tight. Don't have anything overly loose. It was kind of weird because pulling him out of the package, it did feel like that some of this stuff was on this side and maybe the head was a little bit loose. But upon messing with it, it actually, just as soon as I started posing it, it holds the poses tight. So, and I don't know if it's just for being in that one spot and it finally released and was able to move a little bit for a second. But really, really good. Really good representation for Lex Luger. Super happy to add this one to the collection. Due to certain circumstances involving him, it's kind of one of those, you got to decide how you feel about Lex Luger if you really want the figure. Regardless, he was a larger than life character. He really stood out among all of the superstars of that era. So big time as a kid, that was highly recognizable because he was the red, white, and blue and completely jacked. Now he was not, he was jacked. Anyways, not much else to say about him though. We don't have any other accessories. We did get the legs for John Cone, so stay tuned. That video's coming up. We're going to put John Cone together. And speaking of the SummerSlam series, that Undertaker figure has prompted me to do a video about some Undertaker figures. So stay tuned for that. I got a pretty cool video coming out about the Undertaker figures to help you pick out which one, if you're kind of thinking you might want to get an Undertaker figure. So stay tuned for that. If you didn't already, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this Lex Luger figure? Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything, including the live podcast every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time, Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. Such a fun show. We're having a blast with that. Got a lot of people joining in. We've got a lot of conversation happening on that show, so it's a can't miss show at this point. Check us out every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Follow us on all our other social media platforms. It's like all the social medias, so just head on over to any of them. Search Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. Look for that big logo. And hit the follow button. That's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Gladiator out.